Good morning from the studio at BBC Newsroom headquarters here in Jakarta. Good to be with you. I'm Raysia Humaira, bringing you the Eye on the News for Monday, 1st of February 2022. Before we go to the details, let's take a look at today's headlines. Nearly one-third of adults said they are sometimes so stressed about the pandemic that they struggle to make basic decisions. According to an American Psychological Association survey of stress in America, millennials were particularly affected, with nearly 50% of more than 3,000 adult respondents reporting that they are struggling with daily tasks as coronavirus continues to spread. Comparatively, only 37% of Gen Z, 32% of Gen X, 14% of Boomers, and 3% of older adults report the same. Nearly a third of adults who took the online August or COVID resilience survey conducted by the Harris Poll said sometimes they are so stressed about the pandemic that they struggle to make basic decisions. And more than a third of them said it has been more stressful to make day-to-day decisions and major life decisions in comparison to life before the pandemic. Younger adults were more likely to feel the decisions are more stressful now, and more than 60% agreed that the pandemic has made them rethink how they were living their life. 63% said uncertainty about the near future causes them stress, and around half said the pandemic had made planning for the future feel impossible. Gen Z adults, millennials, and Gen Xers report higher average stress levels over the past month related to the pandemic than Boomers and older adults, and around half of Gen Z adults and millennials admitted they do not know how to manage the stress they feel due to the pandemic. As a result of all these stress, nearly 3/4 of US adults said they have experienced fierce health impacts like headaches, feeling overwhelmed, fatigued, and changes in sleeping habits. Behavioral changes were also reported as a result of stress, including avoiding social situations, altering eating habits, procrastinating or neglecting responsibilities, or altering physical activity levels. Nevertheless, overall, the survey found that stress levels are holding steady and that US adults retain a positive outlook. Now we go to the second news. Generation Resilient is entering a post-pandemic world with a confidence and a fresh look at what they want to do with their lives. It's only natural that many of them are finding it hard to forget the tragedy and pain wrought by the pandemic. But perhaps, as the country continues on its reopening path, it's time to look for the silver linings that now shine through the darkness of the past year and a half. One such bright spot is how members of Generation Z and Millennials have been able to overcome hurdles like massive job loss, a sudden shift to living and studying online. In fact, according to a recent four-country survey conducted by Pearson of 6,000 college students and parents of school-aged children, 80% of college students say their generation has become more resilient because of the adversity they faced during the pandemic. The pandemic has caused the millennials to take a fresh look at their educational goals. On one hand, according to the Pearson Global Learner Survey, 68% of college students see more value in their education than ever before, while 72% of students reported a new sense of urgency for completing their education. By that, we can know that millennials recognize that education is a tool to combine their personal passions with their careers. One of the rising trends among Gen Z is a desire to start their own business or pursue new career opportunities. And as the first digital generation, many millennials have developed a wide array of skills such as technical expertise, adaptability, and the ability to learn without much instruction, which related to another shift prompted by the pandemic, where employers and hiring managers are updating their recruitment practices and policies to take a new look at job seekers with non-traditional educational backgrounds. You have just heard the latest news around the globe. Again, this is BBC News, news with no bias, news with no exception, delivering nothing but the truth. This has been Raysia Humaira bringing you the latest news around the globe. Thank you for being with us and have a great day ahead.